Mr. Christie, on the spot.
American Idol.
Yeah.
How about this?
Big smile.
Wait, don't go quite yet. Almost. Say hi to your mom.
Mom. I did this for you, Becky. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, let's start top. So, what's your lip called?
Labia.
Labia. Okay. So then we have the spot where you put your chewing tobacco. Vestibule. All right. So then we have your cheeks. I mean, sorry, not your cheeks. Your gums or gingiva. Did you want me to hold that? I can hold that one.
Can you?
Okay.
I
Okay.
was like, this is my face behind it.
Who is that guy? So we got our palates. Remember, hard, soft, uvula. You know those already. The Raffi and stuff you have to see from a different point of view. But we can go our tongue, you know. All those come out later. Salivary glands. Okay, this model is missing them all. So you can't use this
Yay.
model. So we have to go down to pharynx again. So we have our naso-orolaryngeal-pharynx. Now we're going to go to the food tube. So here we go. So we're going to start on our esophagus. So we're going to do our esophagus down to this thing. What is this area here?
That's the esophagus, stomach.
Gastroesophageal junction area. And this is your gastroesophageal sphincter, aka LES, lower esophageal, cardioesophageal, cardiac. Pick something.
Okay.
Right? Okay, now we have our stomach. So here we go. The part near your heart is the cardiac. The poochy part is fundus from Bay of Fundy. The middle is kind of body, you know, for lack of a better word. What do you call the end part over here?
The end.
That's the pyloric.
Pyloric, named after the sphincter. So the pyloric region with the pyloric sphincter. The pyloric sphincter is between your stomach and small intestine, right there, that ring. So now we have some curves. The big curve is the greater curvature. The little curve on the inside is the lesser curvature. Now we have omentum, which are not actually here, but the greater omentum comes off the greater curvature and goes down the front.
Which is like a tunic.
Like a tunic or a layer apron, it's like a sheet. And the lesser omentum comes off the lesser curvature and goes up to your liver. So just remember the curves, you got the omenta. Then we're supposed to know rugae, my favorite word on a quiz, hint hint. Rugae are the ridges, the folds, the bumps. When you eat more, they stretch out and flatten.
Fundus.
So now we need to go down to our small intestine. So here's our small intestine. So the first bend, which is technically 12 inches long, so it goes from here and makes this curve. What is that called? Duodenum or duodenum. You'll hear it both ways. The middle part here is
Jejunum.
jejunum. And the last little kind of bend here,
Ilium.
that's the ileum. So ileocecal valve. So duodenum, jejunum, ileum. And then we're supposed to know some things in them. So in my duodenum, I have this bump right here. That is the major duodenal papilla. Big duodenum bump, literally.
Right there where the green
Right
thing
where the
is?
green thing is, this little bumpy guy. There's a sphincter there. So he is called the hepatopancreatic sphincter. Hepato meaning liver, pancreatic meaning pancreas. So the liver and pancreas meet there and have a sphincter. And then there's also, oh, yours doesn't have that. Some of them, do yours have an ampulla? Or you're missing ampulla? No ampulla? Yours had an ampulla. Yours is special. Okay. So there's this called the ampulla. I don't know if yours list has it. But this is the major duodenal papilla with the hepatopancreatic sphincter.
Okay.
Then we go down to our ileum. And we have this big V here. The big V is cecal valve. That's my valve between my ileum and my cecum, which is my large intestine. The other thing to know are these little ridges. The ridges are... No, the villi would be on the ridge, but these are the plica circularis or plicae circulari. Those are the ridges that have the fingers that have the fuzz. So these ones you can't see the villi, you can just see the ridges the villi would be on.
And what are those ridges called again?
Plica or pleca circularis.
And that's what helps move stuff
And gives you
along.
lots of surface area. So you get lots of ridges.
Right,
and
okay.
surface area. Where am I at now? I'm at lab something else.
You are here.
Where am I? I'm over there. Okay. All right, so large intestine. So the pouch, the bottom here, it's called your cecum. And then attached to your cecum is Mr. Appendix, also known as vermiform appendix. You can just say appendix. That's your cecum. Then we got to just basically follow the poo. You go up, Ascending, you go across, transverse, you go down. Descending, you make an S curve, sigmoid. You straighten out rectum, out your anus. So if you just follow the route, you know the names.
So from here to here is the anus, or?
Well, back in the Dark Ages, I learned the anus includes the what they call the valves of Houston. Love that name. They're these, which is why you don't poop when you fart. So
Nice.
technically, I learned that would be your anus, but you can argue with people that this could be your rectum. I don't care, but pick somewhere in there.
All right.
Now we have some flexures. Flexures are curves. So this curve here, between the ascending and transverse, is near what organ?
The liver.
The liver. How do you say liver?
Hepatic.
So what do you call that flexure?
Hepatic
The
flexure.
hepatic flexure, also known called the right colic flexure.
And that's right. That's where exactly?
Right this curve.
Ooh.
I'm getting close to the curve.
Okay.
Okay. So now we have one over here, near this thing. That thing is your spleens. What do you call that flexure?
Splenic.
Splenic flexure, also known as the left colic flexure. Okay, now we got some fun. We got this little ridge. Back on. This little string that goes all the way around and tensions your colon.
Some.
Tinea coli.
Oh,
Or
nice.
tinea coli. It's a little muscle that helps pooch up. That's why it's poochy. That's the tinea coli. And then what do you call each little bump? Hostra. You wonder why your poop's bumpy? Say hello. So now, what do you call this strip here that goes kind of across the top of my colon, kind of from my pancreas? In the middle of my colon. Mesocolon.
Mesocolon.
That's your mesocolon.
Is that a membrane?
It's like a membrane, it's like an omentum. It flows from your pancreas kind of forward.
Okay.
Meso. You don't have any epiploic appendages on this model. Those would be little balls of fat that hang off your colon. The ugly man has them. Where's ugly man?
The ugly man.
I'll have to show you, but he has it.
Okay.
Okay? And then there's histology. So that's pretty much the board boy
Board
in a
board.
nutshell.
Cool.
Make sense?
Yes.
So let me get you some momentum real fast while I'm here.
Also, can you do the liver?
I can do livers. Ooh, livers are the worst ones because every liver is different. You thought the larynxes were bad.
Oh, yeah.
Liver's worse. The only thing worse than liver is reproduction organs.